nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of them ball-playing niggas, you know? Like Bird or Magic or something. Yeah, you know, a nigga got dough. A nigga could leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man? I get love out here in Harlem, man. I done sold coke on these streets, man. Hash, weed, heroin. As long as niggas is feeling it, a nigga like me can hustle it. That's my gift in life, eh? You know? What? The fuck you laughing at, B?
You, man. Funny, man. You a hustling motherfucker, man. For real, baby. You fucking killing me, man.
Well, you know me, baby.
What's up, man? Sub-Zero 3639. Wanted to come on here and give you guys my insight on this whole Katt Williams, Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart issue. He named off a couple other guys, Hannibal Buress, Lil Rel, guys like that. Let me state something here. I think Katt Williams was right. Okay? Katt Williams kept that shit a buck, and I love it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Katt Williams, and for those of you that don't know, I'm gonna put the clip of Katt Williams in here, and I'm gonna come back and give you guys my commentary. And I'm gonna put Kevin Hart's commentary in here. So check this out.
Can I talk to you and tell me what does it take to make a great special, sir? Because nobody makes them like you.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. That only speaks to quantity. I do have more comedy specials than any comedian breathing or dead, so I understand the question. That's only 7 more than Pryor.
You have 7 more than Richard Pryor?
6 more than Martin Lawrence and 6 more than Chris Rock.
Are you serious?
5 more than Dave Chappelle, even though he put out 4.
Are you serious, Katt? You put out that many?
Those are just facts, sir.
How many is that total?
9.
So you've done 9
Yeah.
filmed comedy stand-up specials?
Without ever getting financed or having a deal with anyone.
You did them by yourself?
Yes, I own them 100%. I have the top 2 comedy specials on Showtime, HBO, Comedy Central, and we just moved to that. Yeah. That's why they don't.
I didn't know that.
Nobody does. They don't promote it or sell the items after they come out because I own them, lock, stock, and barrel, and I don't have any Caucasian partners or people that invest. I'm 50. I've never had a bank loan or a car lease in my life.
Are you serious?
That's correct.
So has, you know, we always hear like these comedians coming to say, oh, they got the big Netflix deal. Has like Netflix or anybody ever hit Katt Williams and said,
I'm on my 15th consecutive 100 city tour. On the exact day that Monique was asking for a Netflix boycott, Netflix had just cut me a check for $2 million for the special that I got paid $300,000 to do in Jacksonville.
Damn! Alrighty then. Are you serious?
Or I'm really good at jokes, you tell me.
No, I think you serious, bro. I just say, are you serious? Because that's interesting news that people
Thanks
need
to Atlanta,
know.
Pimp Chronicles has already grossed over $24 million alone as one special.
Wow.
Because of Atlanta. Like there are parts of the population that feel like I'm from Atlanta and I'm from Ohio.
Yeah.
And have never said anything differently.
All right.
Well,
what's your thoughts on Netflix? I mean, they're giving deals. Like we just heard, Tiffany Haddish has got a deal as well, and I mean, they're opening up things to comics, and you know, for them to open up a door like that. What are your honest thoughts about Netflix?
Well, everybody has to understand that Netflix doesn't have an opinion on stand-up comedy. They base what they pay you by the amount of ticket sales for your last tour. So Monique's last tour had 316,000 tickets. Therefore, that's what she got offered. My last tour had $2.4 million tickets, and so that's what the offer was.
Wow.
So if people understand it, it's not personal.
Personal, Right.
Then they could just,
I didn't know that.
for free, take their ass to work and get their numbers up.
Yeah.
Dude, the
But
last
Netflix,
time you
Netflix
was,
don't call nobody. That's the joke. The joke is Netflix ain't giving me. First of all, Netflix ain't call you. Knock it off. Is Coca-Cola knocking on people's door to see what type of beverage they having today?
So they go by those ticket sales. That's dope.
What else could they go by?
Yeah.
What
And I thought it was like
comedian don't-
popularity
What
and-
comedian don't think everybody can't wait for their next special? Who don't think they got something to say? The fact of the matter is, what makes a great comedy special is if 100 people talk at the same time that you talking, are you saying something different than them people are saying?
No.
Because if you are, then you deserve a special. And if you don't, you're going to find out you're not special. Because they're going to let you do your special, Gerard Carmichael, but nobody's going to watch it. They're going to let you be a star, Lil Rel, but you ugly. And white people don't believe in ugly stars. They think you have to be somebody that women want to sleep with and men want to be. But because we black, they say, oh, you don't even deserve that. So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox
Ain't that
Mall,
something?
let alone you making them movie stars. Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with them. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody. And they already ready to down Monique and up somebody who has showed them Girls Trip. Did you think she wrote Girls Trip goofball?
Right.
Or do you think that was already a script and they handed it to her? It's up to you, whatever you want to believe. I'm the introduction to Tiffany Haddish in the movie School Dance. The clip for School Dance has been seen more times than the movie has. That's just a fact.
but the movie the Girls Trip movie.
Yes, ma'am. The one with with three of our greatest black actresses in it. You mean that one?
Right. But I'm just saying, Tiffany Haddish.
Ma'am, you could have had that
Tiffany-
role and everything that happened would have happened unless you thought you were necessary to write the Saturday Night Live monologue. I'm a writer. I only care about what you write. I don't care about what you read. Everybody can read that can read.
What did you think about the movie? I laughed from beginning to end. I felt like
I thought it was a great script when I saw it in 2004.
Wow.
In 2004. Wow.
Yeah, I have it.
I'm so happy for her though, because
That's what it do.
That
That's
baby,
what it do.
I tear up thinking about the
I
break
love
that
her.
she got, and to see her do her
Understand,
thing.
She passed 46 female black comedians that I know personally that I put on tour who have a hard time getting a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A after they headline 7 shows at a club for $2,500 a week.
But people like real, and that's why
Is
they
that
like
what
her.
they like?
They love real.
Oh, because everybody's real then. So don't trip.
No, they like
Wherever
Tiffany
you
Haddish
at under the sound
because
of my
she's
voice,
real.
do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and then now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She said she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. There's no shade to nobody.
Yeah, Melanie's well taken in too. People really love Melanie. I love the fact that you took her out on tour. Martin Lawrence took her out on tour. Chris Tucker took Melanie out on tour, and when she comes to Atlanta, she does well.
That's not the point. The point
But she's not there.
The point is, we are in the only business where, as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light skin. So, knock it off.
All right, let's take a quick break. Red Grant again.
Yep, Atlanta Comedy Theater. Make sure y'all are there. This brother will sell out. Please believe it. Atlanta Comedy Theater. Make sure y'all are in the building. If you want tickets, text my name right now, Wanda, to 41411. Get your ticket, shouted.
We'll come right back. You hanging out some more, right?
Yeah.
Red? Okay, cool. We'll be right back. Red, you were talking about your daughters trying to be smarter than you.
Yeah, they always trying to be smarter than me.
How old is she, though?
She's 9, you know what I mean? And she's looking at Nick Jr., she's looking at all these little different things that makes her smart. And she got an iPad. You know, we have an iPad. iPad changed the game, you know what I mean?
It did, really.
Changed the whole game. Now they can get information that they had at any time and tell you ain't nothing. And you dumb.
Like, what does she say?
I mean, you know, first of all, she cursed the other day and it shocked me. She said she was PIS, you know, off.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, you are? And I had to catch myself like, do I?
Because we black, they say, oh, you don't even deserve that. So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox
That's
Mall,
something.
let alone you making a movie star.
I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. You know you haven't.
Because they're going to let you do your special, Gerard Carmichael, but nobody's going to watch it. They're going to let you be a star, Lil Rel, but you ugly. And white people don't believe in ugly stars. They think you have to be somebody that women want to sleep with and men want to be. But because we black, they say, oh, you don't even deserve that. So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox
That's
Mall,
something.
let alone you making a movie stars. Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with them. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke.
Hold up. Did I just wake up to some motherfucking hot, steamy, pissy smelling tea?
Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody. And they already ready to down Monique and up somebody who has showed them Girls Trip. Did you think she wrote Girls Trip, goofball?
Who said that?
Right.
Or do you think that was already a script and they handed it to her? It's up to you, whatever you want to believe. I'm the introduction to Tiffany Haddish in the movie School Dance. The clip for School Dance has been seen more times than the movie has.
I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
I tear up thinking about the
I
break
love
that
her.
she got. Like real, and that's why
Is
they
that
like
what
her.
they like?
They love real.
Oh, because everybody's real then. So don't trip.
No, they like
Wherever
Tiffany
you
Haddish
at under the sound
because
of my
she's
voice,
real.
do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't. And then now we're at Brad Pitt. So, hey, you can say whatever you want. She says she got a disease, but JJ, don't nobody check for that.
I decided to embrace my sister when other people are choosing to frown and make an attempt to shit on my sister's bright light. I choose to turn up the knob and make that light brighter. Shouts out to my sister Tiffany Haddish.
What up, Tiff?
Star of the movie Girls Trip. Had a phenomenal year. A phenomenal year. Let me break it down to you because I love to support. I go back with Tiff. I remember the days when Tiffany Haddish was sleeping out of her car. I remember the days when Tiffany Haddish was homeless. I remember the days when Tiffany Haddish had not a dime in her goddamn pocket. worked hard, grinded, got to where she is today. And at the height of her career, when most should applaud, when most should celebrate, some choose to down. So you know what I do in this moment? I choose to not only put my baby sister up, but make you guys realize why she deserves to be up. #1 movie in Girls Trip. She's starring in a movie called Night School with Me. She's on a TV show with Tracy Morgan called The Last OG. She's got a movie coming out that Tyler Perry did with her, Whoopi Goldberg, Tika Sumpter, and many more. She's got another movie coming out with Melissa McCarthy. The girl is working her ass off, and in return received the Emmy on SNL for working her ass off. Filmed a special on Showtime, just got a deal with Netflix to go and tape another special. What I see a woman as well deserving of the position that she's in, and more importantly, I see a girl that's now positioned to open up doors for this younger generation of female comedians that are coming after. Ultimately, one person's success has nothing to do with yours. One person's grind has nothing to do with yours. Instead of frowning, instead of downing, I choose to uplift. I choose to enlighten. I choose to make the world realize that, hey, we as people should learn to simply big each other up and support one another. Because ultimately, when we band together, we're stronger. I'm lucky to have her in my movie Night School. And I tell you what, in my career, I've had tons of #1s. Oh my God, how much would I love it if Night School opened up at #1? Best way to silence haters is to give them more shit to hate about.
Everybody quiet now. Everybody quiet now.
That's how you kill hate with success. Oh, I don't know what it is about seeing other people win that makes haters hate. I don't know what it is about other people's success
That's when you know you're winning.
that makes haters.
All right. So y'all saw that, right? Now, let me say this right here, people. Kevin Hart is dead on, man. I mean, when you got haters, you know, people hating on you because you're successful, this and that. That's one thing, right? Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, if people hate on a guy's success because he's saying the sister's working hard, like, that's the thing. Like, people work hard. He didn't say that she was lazy. Katt Williams didn't say that she just got there because she was lazy, right? If right now I give you, each and every last one of you, $1 million, and I say, hey, by the end of the year, you got to try to make it, try to double that money, right? You're going to bust your ass, not because you have to, but because you know that, hey, this is what you want to do, not what you should. I mean, you know, that's what you should. You be like, man, you're going to be happy. Like, man, I'm so glad I got this money. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm going to try to find a way to double it. This is a blessing, right? That's what people expect, man. But when I hear people say stuff like, well, man, Katt Williams just hating, he need to chill. Black folks need to stop just assuming everything is hate. One thing, and let me say this, man, I haven't heard anybody say this. The beautiful thing about that interview that I love, Katt Williams is a free man. He speaks like it. He doesn't answer to anyone. He doesn't have to bend over backwards, if you will, for the people in Hollywood. He doesn't have to bend over back. He's not getting his money because some white Jew has come and decided to, you know what I'm saying, greenline one of his films and he's the main character in the film. Katt Williams is his own man. That Pimp Chronicles was one of the greatest damn comedy specials ever done. Like, say what you will, that damn Pimp Chronicles is one of the greatest damn, that shit is up there, okay? I love, you know, my all times, Eddie Murphy Raw, You So Crazy, Martin, you know, it's certain ones that you can just look at and tell, like, man, this shit here is gonna be like epic, like, you can tell, and that damn Pimp Chronicles is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Half of the shit he said on there about the pimp down, all that shit is legendary. He owns that lock, stock, and barrel. He owns everything from the rooter to the tutor. He's getting deals from Netflix. He spoke on Netflix. He said, same shit I said. Monique needs to get on her grind, which is what I said. Her husband, either he's ignorant or they're misleading the people that if she had signed that contract with Netflix, she can't do a show. No, she can't do that show. But she's too lazy to go design new jokes. So if she do it, she needed more than $500,000. It ain't like she couldn't go do new material, but she don't want to do new material. So she said she can't do a show and made her ass out of people. I read the damn contract that they put out. I read the emails that they put out. You see what I'm saying? So when people make all these excuses for Monique ass, I hate to see people just champion Monique just cause, man, Monique kept that shit real. No. Katt Williams spoke about the grind, the importance of hustling, the importance of getting out here and doing what you got to do. Nobody's knocking that. Nobody disagrees with that. If Monique had done what Katt Williams had said, she wouldn't be where she at right now. She ain't hustling. She let that Oscar go to her head and she sat on her ass. That's just real, right? Now, but when it comes to this Tiffany Haddish shit, man, this is what people fail to realize with Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is a caricature of what all white people think black women are. Tiffany Haddish gets on my fucking nerve. I can't stand her ass. Her and that damn Amber Rose are two chicks that I wish they could just go somewhere and sit down. Real talk. Amber Rose gets on my last nerves. Her and Tiffany Haddish are pretty much what black women should despise these damn chicks. But a lot of black women don't even have their eyes open enough to understand what the fuck they represent. See what I'm saying? A lot of them don't. See, the point I'm making about Katt Williams, what Katt Williams was saying was this, man. And is that this? Okay, so Katt Williams basically talks about how that movie was written and that's how she got on and stuff like that. But he spoke some real shit. You see, Tiffany Haddish is a hoe, okay? Tiffany Haddish has made no bone. First of all, she's married to a white man. She probably fucked her way to where she at. I'm just gonna be real. That's what she did. She fucked this up, the white man. She showed it. She showed she was comfortable fucking white men. And she up there now, she's making a fucking mockery of black women out here trying to fuck every white man in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Drake, she trying to fuck everybody. That is if that ain't a fucking enough. Then they put in that damn Groupon commercial, man. That shit was such a fucking slap in the face if I ever seen one. She got a Groupon commercial. She's sitting by the pool talking about Groupon. And at the end, it's this white boy cleaning the pool. Now think about that shit. You Tiffany Haddish. This white boy is at the bottom of the damn, he cleaning the pool. So, he probably making, a few dollars an hour. And she, pool boy! Like, that shit. I was like, fuck. Why did she do that? Who told her that getting all manly in her voice and screaming at a white boy that has a minimum wage job trying to get at him was sexy and funny? It's not. It's a slap and disrespectful to black women, saying that basically our bottom of the totem pole white boys can get with your celebrity black woman. Tiffany Haddish will do whatever the fuck she gotta do to get on. And Kevin Hart is another one. I like Kevin Hart as far as he's had a couple of iconic lines like "You Gonna Learn Today," a couple things like that. So, I respect Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? And I remember he was a humble guy when he was trying to get on when I had my comedy club. So I'm not knocking Kevin Hart. But I'm going to put a clip of your boy here, Tariq Nasheed, because he breaks it down, man. Like, he says that, look, a lot of times when they put you on in Hollywood, there's a reason to it. You have to fit into certain preconceived ideals about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart, to me, is on because he makes white people feel comfortable. He's short, he's self-deprecating, always talking about his own, self and insulting himself in comedy, and white people love it. He's a safe Negro. He's not the guy that you would, he's not 6'2", ripped up, muscular, and the guy that women want to fuck. Katt Williams spoke some real shit, man. He's like, man, they're not gonna put on a guy. He said they need white people like their celebrities to be, sexually attractive guys they want to have sex with. They not gonna, you don't want to fuck Lil Rel. Exactly. Like, he spoke some real shit. So, I mean, people got upset. Katt Williams kept it a buck. And see, the problem with Katt Williams, Katt Williams they not on Katt Williams level. I know people are like, man, they making more money than Katt Williams. Well, it's like this, man. And this is why I don't think it was hate. If Katt Williams said, hey, man, look, you let some white people put a monkey suit on you and you sit in a cage and eat bananas in front of white folks and they making money, and as long as they paying you, let's say, however many millions of dollars to do it, you let them degrade you, and you are a disrespect to your own race. That's what Katt Williams said. Katt Williams ain't say shit about. He's like, look, as much as people talk about Tiffany Haddish, she hadn't paid her dues. Tiffany Haddish can't go on tour and do a show and sit up there for an hour telling jokes. That's what he basically said. So she got on by other means. And then he busted. He said, man, that script was damn 10 years old by the time she got a hold to it. So everybody got mad. You hate. No, Katt Williams is saying, look, it's a reason why they do what they do. In Hollywood, they not going to show you certain things. Good example, Billy Bob Thornton is not going to drill out, a Halle Berry and throw up in real life. But in the movie, you're going to hit one of the baddest women at the time in the black community, and you're gonna go throw up and vomit because you so disgusted with yourself. Fuck out of here, man. See what I'm saying? That shit is sick, man. Sick. You see what I'm saying? That to me, that's why I never fuck with Empire, because of Lee Daniels. I can't stand his ass. For you to do a movie like that to show some sick depiction or shit like that, then you did that damn Precious, man, that shit was ridiculous, man. And black people, when you see something in Hollywood, they're not gonna just trot out a person and put them in front of you without there being a reason. There has to be a reason. You see what I'm saying? They don't just trot out people. When you see shit in movies, there's a rhyme and reason to it. I remember a guy was talking about The Help. Octavia Spencer's character, they showed her getting beat by her husband in the movie. And it didn't make no sense for her to be getting beat. It didn't even fit in the plot. But I'm like, why are they showing this woman getting beat? They never really talked about it. They just showing her getting her ass whooped. See what I'm saying? But they showed the white men in the movie as angels. But the nigga in the movie, the one dude that they never really showed, was getting beat. Why? It's certain things to this shit. It's like feminism. When you see black women being feminists, not Gloria Allred, it's another lady, I forget her name, that was a CIA operative. You know what I'm saying? That was getting black women on this feminism shit, right? That type of shit. They got up with bell hooks. That's where they got that shit from the FBI and all. That part was part of COINTELPRO. They all that shit, man. This shit is public knowledge now. People don't give a fuck. They still on this black girls rock shit. Like, women are gullible when you see shit like that. Like, BET is another example. 20 years ago, I remember the Million Man March, right? I remember Farrakhan was all over BET back then. That shit was heavily covered on BET back in the day. That shit was damn near like the inauguration of Barack Obama. On BET, when you cut that shit on, that's all they talked about was the Million Man March. Fast forward 20 years later, 2015, Million Man March. What happens? BET up there playing Good Times. Why? Because they sold BET. BET wasn't black owned anymore. See, Farrakhan had a voice in the black community through BET. Not that he doesn't have one now with YouTube and all that, but what I'm saying is they didn't cover the Million Man March. They were showing, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what the hell? You mean to tell me they got the Million Man March going? They not showing that shit? Because they don't, it's controlled opposition. They control BET now. So you don't see, that's why you see Black Girls Rock. There's no fucking way I do Black Girls Rock and we do a Black Boys Rock. Off the top. You destabilize your damn community when you boast to the women and don't boast to the men. But women are so damn greedy for that shit, they'll take it. And black women are, instead of understanding what the fuck is the real rhyme and reason behind that shit. It's chess, it ain't checkers, man. They do something you think is a good move, and then they sack your king, and you like, damn, checkmate. They like checkmate on our ass. Got us. Game, set, matched. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you took the bait. The bait is Black Girls Rock. The bait is Tiffany Haddish. With that dumb shit that's I can't stand her ass. I really don't like her. I don't. I think she represents being slutty, loose, all that shit. And then look at the film. Look at what made her a celebrity in the film. She set up there talking about sucking dick and grapefruit. And them white boys love that shit. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you some other deep shit. And she hadn't. Well, I ain't gonna say that. That damn movie, 12 Years a Slave, same thing. I know you. Man, what you talking about? 12 Years a Slave was the same exact shit. When Lupita was up there getting drilled out by that white master in that slave plantation shit, them white boys had an orgasm. That's what made Lupita, man. Was the way she was getting beat in that movie. She's getting her ass whooped, and she took it with dignity and shit. I'm like, damn, Lupita life just fucked up all the way. This dude done left her up in here. You go, her eye was fucked up. Master beating her down. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with her. What you think that was, man? They like shit like that. When they see you in those types of depictions, they love it, man. That's real talk. And so when I hear people talk all this crazy shit about about Tiffany Haddish and how Katt Williams was hating, like, no, Katt Williams told the truth. Somebody needs to tell the truth. The only reason Tiffany Haddish is where she is today is because she represents the slutty white black woman. She fits a stereotype. Let me put that in here with Tariq talking about these stereotypes, and I'll come back.
Also, in how the game is, in order to conform to get on television. See, I want to be groundbreaking, but you gotta dance around it. You gotta play chess to a certain degree, and in order to play chess, you have to know the chessboard, and you have to know all the players that's on the chessboard. You have to know who's the pawn, who's the king, who's the rook. You have to know all that. You have to be aware of what's on the chessboard. See, a lot of you guys are not aware of what's on the chessboard, and it makes you upset. You're like, man, fuck this. These people, they need to stop playing and just give you your own shit instead of getting all these goofy knockoffs. That's what people are saying to me.
Can't you see how I feel, babe?
You have to understand, when it comes to black people on television, and there's a reason why you don't see too many black folks in general on television unless it fits into a certain, not just stereotype, but a certain box. I can say stereotype because that's really what it is. In Hollywood on television, there's 6 main stereotypes for black men, and there's 2 for black women. Now, out of these 6 stereotypes, these 6 boxes that they put black people into, you see it in television and you see it in movies. And damn near everybody on television, every black person on television kind of falls into one of these categories. And this has been going on since the beginning of movie making. With black men on television or in movies, you're going to see 6 types, 6 stereotypes. You're going to see the Uncle Tom, number 1. Number 2, you're going to see the brute. Number 3, you're going to see the coon. Number 4, you're going to see the buck. Number 5 is going to be the pimp. And number 6 is the magic Negro. I want you to think about those 6 for right now. And this has been going on since the beginning of television. That keeping black folks in those 6 boxes, it's kind of comforting. Anything outside of that box, it gets a little uncomfortable. Now, black women, on the other hand, there are 2 basic stereotypes for black women on television and in movies. The mammy and the Jezebel, meaning the non-threatening, non-sexual maternal figure or the over-sexualized slut. Those are the 2 images you always see of black women on television and movies. You either see the Oprah, the Whoopi Goldberg, the Hattie McDaniel, the all-loving Nell Carter, Gimme a Break Mammy. Or you see black women as sluts, hoes, skanks, booty shakers, and really nothing in between. Very rarely is there something in between. It's always overly sexual or non-sexual, non-threatening, maternal. But the black male stereotypes are a little more complex. Not that complex, but once you understand it, you'll understand why you only see certain things on television. That's initiated by white producers being catered to middle America. And again, I can understand why Hollywood does this, because they have to cater to whites in middle America. White people on the outskirts of the country, a lot of them are kind of hip and they know the game, and they're a little more open-minded, they're a little more liberal to a certain degree. A lot of them have that Midwest, middle America stereotype bullshit too. But they really cater to the whites in middle America, white people who have never seen a black person in real life ever. You have to make them very comfortable with their stereotypes. Now, with number one, with the Uncle Tom character, the Uncle Tom stereotype, we always see like Morgan Freeman play this, and I'm not knocking any black actor or black actress. I'm not knocking them whatsoever. I'm not knocking them at all. This is just an observation as to why you see certain things on television and in the movies. But the Uncle Tom character is the older, non-threatening black man. Very loyal, very dedicated, but always inferior to the white main characters. Like a lot of Morgan Freeman, the driving Miss Daisy. He plays a lot of that in $1 Million Baby. He was the old broken down sidekick to Clint Eastwood. And they've always had the old Uncle Tom character. Then you have the Brute. The Brute is the angry, dangerous, physically threatening black man. A lot of movies have the Brute. A lot of television shows have the Brute. You look at like shows like The Wire, it's full of brutes. Look at shows like Law and Order, you always have the brute, the thug, the gangster black man, the drug dealer, gangbanger. Then you have the coon. The coon is the shucking and jiving, skinning and grinning, tap dancing, gold teeth, the Flavor Flavs and all half the rappers out there. Again, that's a very comforting stereotype to whites because they're used to it. Then you have the buck. The buck is the over-sexualized black man. The black man that's just trying to bang everything. The over-sexed, hyper-sexed black guy. You have that in a lot of movies. And in the rap game too. See, the hip-hop embodies a lot of those stereotypes all wrapped in one. You have the coon, the buck, the thug, the tom, all of them wrapped up in one. Another example of the buck is like the Ray J show. The Ray J show, one of the few shows with a black male on television, and he's, laying up with a whole bunch of different women trying to find the love of Ray J. Now, they've even come to me with a show like that. They wanted to put me into the buck category. I flat out refused that shit because I have a problem with women, strange ass broads kissing me in my mouth like that. That shit is kind of nasty. Especially these broads that will go on TV and kiss anybody. These chicks out here kissing Flavor Flav, and Flavor Flav was the buck and the coon all rolled up in one. And again, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying these stereotypes have been around for the longest, and this makes white middle America comfortable. And speaking of the Ray J show, they even had this one chick that he eliminated, and I like Ray J show. I like to support that brother. But there was a chick on his show that they eliminated a few weeks ago, a chick named Caviar. I think that's her name. It's supposed to be this Russian chick. Real pretty face. Supposed to be a chick from Russia. And he eliminated her. And I think that's a dude. I'm convinced that that's a goddamn man. I wouldn't be surprised if it was revealed that that was a dude. I honestly think that's a man. Because the face is flawless. And the voice of this thing or whatever it is doesn't even go with the face. And she claims to be from Russia, and that's a perfect excuse not to have any background information about yourself. Because a chick like that, I'd be like, let me see some of your baby pictures or something, and she can just be like, oh, it's in Russia. So I'm utterly convinced that that chick or whatever was a dude. And that's another reason why I wouldn't want to play the buck role on any shows, because the producers are so slick, they'll slip in a transsexual and have you kissing and sucking on a damn dude. They'll do that, but they're real sneaky on some of these shows, man. But that motherfucker that's on the Ray J show, I can't remember what her name is, but I think the nickname was Caviar. That motherfucker had dick in his life at one point. You know what I'm saying? That's what he had. He had some dick. He had some dick. He had some dick. He had some dick. That's what that nigga had. Anyway, but I digress. And number 5, you have the pimp role. The pimp stereotype that a lot of white people are comfortable with. Now, the pimp, to a certain degree, is a combination, the pimp stereotype, not what real pimping is, because what real pimping is, the shit that I kind of grew up with, is totally different from what Hollywood sees it as. The pimp stereotype is really a combination of the coon and the buck. They think it's some loud, clownish dude in a bunch of colorful suits that's fucking a whole bunch of bitches. Bishop Don Magic Juan exemplifies that stereotype. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I think he said, okay, this is what white people think a pimp is. Okay, I'm about to really live it up and play up to that and just make my clothes extra loud. Make everything about myself extra coonish. Make it extra loud and extravagant if that's what they really want. And see, when I first came out with The Art of Mackin', they tried to put me into that category. Because when it first came out, they're like, okay, what is this? This is unique, but we don't know. He's a black dude, so we got to put him somewhere. What do we do with this? We're going to put him in the pimp category. But what I was saying wasn't really pimping, though. Other than the word mackin', that's all it was. But everything else had to do with relationships, so they couldn't put it in the pimp category. But that helped me get my foot in the door, because when I would do all these shows, they thought that I was going to go on here and say all this crazy Bishop Don Juan shit. They thought that I was going to show up with the colorful suit and the hat and the cane. And when I showed up, I said some shit that made sense and everybody felt it. They're like, oh shit. And then number 6, you have the Magic Negro. And I'm going to get on that in a second, of what the Magic Negro means. But when it comes to black folks in the media, on television, and in the movies, they have to put them in these stereotypical boxes in order to be comfortable. And when you do something that's outside the box, it's not going to be that easy to sell it to middle America. So when I came out with what I did, teaching people game, they were like, oh, this is a great idea. What would make it better if we can find some white folks who can do what he does? So, to a certain degree, Hollywood has tried to come up with a couple of white folks to do what I do. Successfully or unsuccessfully, depending how you look at it. I mean, they can find some cats to make a real quick buck and come up with the latest fad, like the She's Not That Into You. That book came out after I did Play or Be Played. The book was very simplistic. The book really didn't have any and I'm not knocking Greg Barron. Greg Barron is the guy who wrote the book. Greg, he was a comedian who did some stuff on Sex and the City, and he came up with a little slogan, "He's just not that into you." I mean, the stuff he said wasn't really that deep, but it took off. He's a white guy giving women advice. Now, my book, Player Be Played, critically successful. People love it. The critics love it. Critics love that book, and it's a very good book. The women who read that book, or women who read that book, they know it's a very good book. What's funny, when I was going to do the book Player Be Played, I got offered a lot of money to not do the book the way it is now. Because at the time when I started writing books, they had all those Captain Save-A-Hole, kiss a woman's ass, tell them what they want to hear type books. The Men Are From Mars, all that, cream puff shit. And I'm like, no, let me tell them real advice from a real man's perspective. And the publishers didn't want to do that at first. I got offered a shitload of money for me to do a different type of book. I've had publishers say, look, we want you to write a book telling women what they want to hear. That's what we want you to do. We'll give you X amount of dollars to do that. I'm like, no, I want to tell women what I think is real. I want to tell women what I think will actually help them in the long run. I can come out with a book with a cute little catchphrase that'll be hot for the moment, but then after it dies down, then what? Women are back to square one, and my shit falls off the map. I don't do fad books. I've been around in the book game for 10 years. That's a long ass time. Books still selling without mainstream press like that. So that's kind of a problem. Because it doesn't conform into any stereotype, which is what I wanted. I wanted to break those stereotypes. One stereotype is that black people can do their thing without rapping or playing basketball or singing or anything to do with church. We can do our thing and get our shine doing other things. I wanted to show them that we can hustle in other ways. But I digress. But back to the stereotyping. Again, so what they wanted to do when I came out with my books, let's get a white person who does the same thing. So they got this guy named Mystery. Now, some people might say, oh, that might be a coincidence. None of this shit is a coincidence. Let me tell you something. I had a guy who was my literary agent for a short period of time named Mark Gerald. And we kind of laid the foundation for these books. Now, Mystery's agent now is, guess who? Mark Gerald. Mark Gerald represents Mystery. It's not a coincidence. I'm telling you, this shit is really closely connected, but I don't really trip on it because I know the game. I know the game, and I have to hustle around it. I want you to know the game. Even though they got this guy out of nowhere who really didn't have any credentials, the guy who never really even sold any books until after the fact, whites in middle America are more comfortable getting advice from other whites. And I'm going to show you how that plays into the magical Negro stereotype in a moment. Now, with this new show that's coming out on VH1, a show called Tough Love, the show that everybody keeps emailing me about, I did my show, the Gold Digging pilot, and the people at the top of VH1, they shot that down. But they got a white dude to do the exact same thing. That's what they're supposed to do. They're hustling like that. You want to sell it to middle America. The thing is, with middle America, a lot of whites in middle America don't feel like they should listen to black people for any kind of positive advice. Black people are supposed to be on display for them to look at, but not listen to. You feel what I'm saying? That's really what it boils down to. White people in middle America don't feel like they're really taught to not listen to black folks. Especially for any kind of advice. It's some deep shit. So that's why we have the Magic Negro. That's why that stereotype came about. Because the Magic Negro stereotype it's a black guy, and this stereotype has been around since the beginning of movies. They always had like Sidney Poitier, he was the Magic Negro in a few movies. He's this guy, black man, who comes out of nowhere, who really has no background. In many cases, he has magic powers, and he comes and he gives advice to the leading white character in movies. The Magic Negro comes along and he helps the white character save the day. The Magic Negro doesn't save the day, but he helps the white character save the day. And the reason why a lot of these Negroes have magic powers, and I mean literally magic powers, like the movie Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey and Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman played God. He would just pop up out of the water, he would just pop up out of the sky and give Jim Carrey moral advice so Jim Carrey can save the day. There was another movie, The Green Mile, with Michael Clark Duncan. He played a magic Negro. A big nigga with magic powers. Don Cheadle, he played a magic Negro, a black man with magic powers helping out the lead white character in a movie. Will Smith played in the movie The Legend of Bagger Vance. He played a magic Negro. He came out of nowhere. He would just walk up and just appear out of the mist and help out Matt Damon. I think, was that Matt Damon? I didn't see the movie, but I think it was Matt Damon. When they have the magic Negro, it's comforting the whites in two ways. When whites see the Magic Negro and appreciate the Magic Negro, they don't feel racist. Oh, he's a good Negro. I like blacks. I like Bagger Vance. I like this. They don't feel racist. Also, the Magic Negro isn't real, so he's not really, really black. So you don't mind getting advice from a person who's not really black. He's the exception to blacks. He doesn't come from a black community. He comes from Magic Land. You feel what I'm saying? It's some real deep psychological stuff. There's several books about this. White people will only listen to the Magic Negro or to a Magic Negro. If you don't fit into the Magic Negro category, and you have to be above race, above conflict, you have to be all-knowing, all-nurturing, and extremely non-threatening. That's when whites will kind of take heed to the advice that character is giving. If a black dude is not conforming to that Magic Negro stereotype, white people feel like they should not listen to him. That's why white people like Barack Obama. And this is not a diss to Barack Obama. Obama's very smart to conform to that and work his way to the top of the game. But Barack Obama is an example of how white people portray him as the Magic Negro. If you type in Magic Negro on Google, you see a bunch of pages with Barack Obama come up. There were songs calling Barack Obama the Magic Negro. Because Barack Obama, when he was running the campaign, he was smart enough to rise above race, not even mention anything about race. He was very smart to not come across angry. He was very smart to not be aggressive. He was very soothing and very nurturing with his tone, and it was very smart for him to utilize that image. Y'all remember when they were trying to invite Barack Obama to the Black Caucus and the state of Black America and all these Tavis Smiley events? Barack Obama was like, no, I can't fuck with that. I cannot be the black candidate. I gotta rise above that. So a lot of people in the media they put the Magic Negro moniker on him. But it was very smart for him to do that. He would not have won if it wasn't for the Magic Negro stereotype that permeates the minds of white America. And really, this is for middle America. Again, I want to specify that because most white people in like the LA, New York, and on the outskirts of America who are kind of hip. There are some white people who are hip, who kind of know the game, and they'll soak up good game when they can get it. But that's not who Hollywood caters to. Hollywood caters to middle America. They cater to these motherfuckers wearing overalls with a crystal meth pipe, sitting in the middle of a trailer, who has all these crazy stereotypes in their mind. That's who they have to cater to. So when you look at television and you wonder why you don't see diversity, you have to understand those stereotypes. So what are we going to do about those stereotypes?
Can't you see how I feel, baby?
Black and white people have to speak out about it and demand more. That's my whole thing. I want to break out of those stereotypes. I don't want to conform to none of them goddamn stereotypes at all.
See that? See what I'm saying? Tariq spoke on that same thing. I mean, I got a kind of like a love-hate relationship with Tariq, man. You know what I'm saying? But on this, I got to hats off. He's right. Hollywood, look, man, there is no reason you're going to see something in Hollywood and it ain't got some sort of meaning behind it. Real talk. These white Jews are social engineering and all that shit. So yeah, Tiffany Haddish is a caricature of black women that really, she doesn't serve you. She doesn't benefit you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. She's detrimental to black women. I can't explain that shit without a lot of black people getting in their feelings. Man, you just hate, man, the girl making money. Damn, that's like a black man in a monkey suit eating bananas, and you talking about he making money and I'm hating. No, that shit means something when you see shit like that. That shit should piss you off. You should be upset if you see a black man in a monkey suit. Black women should be upset when they see a black loudmouth ass woman talking about some pool boy. That shit is unattractive. That shit is not cute. That shit is disrespectful to black women all over. You being disrespected, and a lot of black women don't have the fucking intelligence enough to look at a bitch like Tiffany Haddish and say, you know what? That bitch ain't doing nothing but shooting, like really disrespecting what we represent. Real talk. Throwing herself at a damn boy cleaning a pool. Pool boy, like that shit with that shit right there speaks volumes. That damn Groupon commercial speaks volumes about who she is and what she represents. See what I'm saying? And y'all gotta understand, man, like, Katt Williams ain't say nothing hateful. He ain't say nothing. He really wasn't hating on the chick. He talked about the breaking up of the ex-husband shit. He said cause she want to be with white men. She want to fuck white men. That's why she on. Facts. These Jews right now trying to push black women to fuck. Let me tell you guys, let you in on a little secret. Interesting little secret. White boys love to fuck black women. They do. They love to fuck black women. There's a lot of black women that don't even look their way that they wish they can get their hands on. They do. They want to fuck. Now they want to smut out. Now they don't want to marry a black woman, but they will fuck. Why? Because I mean, look at their best looking woman. You take Sarah Jessica Parker ass and put her up against shit. Somebody around the same age group. You know, I don't know, Gabrielle Union. That shit ain't even close. See what I'm saying? Yeah, but she's supposed to be beautiful. See what I'm saying? These are the types of situations. Giselle looking like a damn man in the face, look like Skeletor. See her damn bones and shit all in her face and shit like this. Show me a white woman over 40 looking like something that ain't on a bunch of plastic surgery and Botox. White boys love black women, man. Real talk. They like to fuck them. Real talk. So they won't. Tiffany Haddish is doing nothing but programming a bunch of little young girls to think like that. So when they get older, they gonna be fucking white men. They just want to fuck. That's it. I know that shit don't sound good. It is what it is. They not gonna marry. They ain't not finna marry black women. The statistics rated to be true. They're not finna be with them like that in a serious committed relationship like that. They want to fuck. That's just the way it works. And Tiffany Haddish has got her legs damn near back behind her head fucking. Like you up here talking to, Leonardo DiCaprio and fucking Brad Pitt talking about, when you gonna hit this pussy? Like, why the fuck are you trying to, like, let me tell you something, man. And the reason I'm saying is Tiffany Haddish, I think she's beautiful. I think she's a beautiful woman. Why the fuck? You ain't got to be no hoe. You ain't got to be no hoe. Like, why you got, you know what? That's probably what it is. You do got to be a hoe. But you ain't got to fuck every white boy you see. But that tell me one thing. She done sucked and fucked her way to the top. Believe she done licked some assholes on her way up there. That's why she where she at. Because that damn girls trip, I wasn't so damn impressed with her. All she did was talk about sucking dick. And it was written. It was a script. So what was it really that put on? Like, that what Katt Williams made you say? Well, shit, if it wasn't because she wrote that shit herself, she didn't. The script was written. So why is it that everybody act like she did such a great job in that damn film? Because it was alright. I mean, it wasn't all. That was an okay film. It wasn't like it was groundbreaking. That shit basic. In fact, that movie was a damn insult to black women. But I can't say that shit without y'all really. A lot of sisters don't understand. Black women going somewhere and fucking and being sluts and shit like that. Like, as if, now I know what you're saying. Well, they got white girls can go do shit. Why can't we be sexually free? Sexually free? That's the fucking problem. Like, we too fucking sexually free. We fucking too much. We got, STDs, babies, shit. Like, we got a problem with black women. Fuck it. We got a problem with black women keeping their legs close and being chaste and picking the right type of guys to be with. If black, I'm just being honest. Like, that's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Out of wedlock births and shit, you fucking with dudes that don't even want to be in their children's lives and shit like that. Sorry, trifling motherfuckers. And a lot of these niggas ain't just thugs. I'm not gonna say that shit. That's not true. A lot of these niggas out here got jobs and shit, just don't want to be. They don't give a fuck about their kids. They don't give a damn. They just send the money every month. They send that little $300-$400. They good. They ain't sending nothing else. They don't want to spend no time. That's the type of niggas you get with. And you fuck and you wonder why, because you watch shit like Tiffany Haddish telling you to fuck. And sub-programming. Every movie she in has got some sort of sexual connotation to it. I watched the damn movie Uncle Drew. She dumped the black dude, Lil Rel, for a damn for a white boy. See what I'm saying? She down with that shit. She part of the programming. Katt Williams called her ass out. Katt Williams is a free man. Ain't no white man signing in front of his checks. He owns all his shit. He tell you, man, look, when Monique said that shit about getting $500,000, really 300,000 is what he really said. He said, man, look, I had just got off for 2.5 million, 2.2 and some change. So that tell you right there what the deal is. See what I'm saying? Tiffany Haddish is a beautiful chick, man. She is. You know what I'm saying? I think, man, we watch all her comedy is really self-deprecating. She got a movie coming out, Black Woman Getting Out of Jail, helping the girl, the dark-skinned chick from The Haves and the Have-Nots that been in the Kevin Hart movies. She getting out of jail. Why the fuck would you make it? See what I'm saying? She represents a bunch of fuck shit, man. See what I'm saying? She does. Then she on the show with Tracy Morgan. I think she got a white man on that show. That bitch ain't, I don't like her ass. I don't. She's programming. She's whatever you call that shit. She represents programming of black people. That's what she about. That's what she represents. And that's what she's doing. And if y'all don't see that shit, something wrong with you, man. Real talk. I don't like her ass. I'll be glad when her ass is gone. But the problem is we don't own and control our own image. We can't cut checks. Say what you will about Katt. Katt is a self-made man. Katt got the people behind him. Katt can tell Hollywood to kiss his ass and tell the truth. That's why I respect Katt ass. Say what you will about Katt Williams. Katt is telling the truth. Katt speaks volumes about the fact that he can talk that shit like that and they can't touch him because he's self-made. He on tour and ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it. Hey, what can you do? See what I'm saying? People talk, well, I'm happy for it. Man, look, black people, we always happy for folks. Sometimes, man, motherfuckers done sold us out in their own. Sometimes Like when I say shit about LeBron James, and I say why I don't like his game or some shit, they got y'all so programmed, man. But what about he put the school out? Like, okay, god damn, niggas is so programmed. These white folks tell you to think a certain way, and y'all be damn if y'all don't do that shit like Pavlovian dogs. Real talk. Y'all ain't start salivating as soon as you hit a bell. LeBron James, you get the damn salivating. Ready to kiss his ass. And guess what? LeBron James is about to start programming you all that gay shit too. Why you think he moved to Hollywood? Huh? Me with all the white Jews and liberals. LeBron is down with that shit. I told y'all, watch. You mark my words. LeBron is gonna be making all these gay movies and shit. They gonna be winning Oscars. Watch. You mark my word. Watch that damn show. When I saw that show he did called Survivor's Remorse, because I honestly think the main guy that played basketball on, I think his ass gay anyway. But then on Survivor's Remorse, you watch the show and it's like, well, damn. Yo, the girl that plays his sister is like a gay activist. Damn near every other episode, she making some sort of gay monologue on that shit about how, I'm like, who is this bitch? I went and looked her ass up. She a damn activist. LeBron got some gay activists on there. The whole damn show, and everybody, the dude, the pastor on there is selling, no, not the pastor, but the priest was selling his uncle cocaine and shit on. I'm like, what is this? This is what LeBron wants to put out? This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, that's the shit I'm talking about with LeBron ass, man. Like, he down with that shit. These black celebrities are shitting on black people in a lot of different areas, in a lot of different ways. And we don't see it. See what I'm saying? When you say something, you a hater. You a hater when you say, hey man, that shit ain't cool what Tiffany Haddish doing. She represents a lot of bad stereotypes about black women. That's basically what he said. That's basically what he said. And Kevin Hart bring his dumb ass out. She's making money. Nobody said that if a motherfucker put on a clown suit or a damn monkey suit, like I said, and sit in a cage and eat bananas, right? Nobody's gonna be like, and somebody pay them millions of dollars to do it. You're not gonna come back and be like, man, you hating on it. Most black people would understand instantly what the fuck Katt Williams meant by what he said. It's a rhyme and a reason why she got on. She ain't getting on because her ass is out hustling for everybody. She ain't getting on because she, was honorable. She getting on because she's showing she's a nice looking black woman and she will fuck. Real talk. Now y'all have a good one.
This love's for real.
Can't you see how I feel, baby? I've never felt this way before. I don't know what you did to me. Can't you see how I feel? Candy
my vision takes it. Whenever you're in need, it's myself I offer. Soft spot in my heart and it's getting stronger. Weather the storm, hunt, and nothing will harm you. My ebony queen while I'm your knight in armor. Wish I could tell you how I feel. Here's a kiss. This love for real.